On my wedding day, a woman stood up and shouted, "Stop! That man is my husband!"
That man is my husband!
The church was quiet. Too quiet. Even the air felt heavy. I stood at the altar, my hands slightly shaking inside the folds of my dress. Everyone was watching, smiling, waiting. My heart was beating fast, but I told myself it was just nerves. This was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. Ephraim stood in front of me, calm, almost too calm. He held my hands, his grip firm, like he didn't want me slipping away. The priest cleared his throat and began. "Do you, Ephraim, stop!" The voice cut through the church like a blade, sharp, loud and desperate. Every head turned at once. A woman stood at the back. Her chest was rising and falling very fast, like she had run a long distance. Her eyes, they were locked on Ephraim. And then she said, "That man is my husband." Silence. Not the normal kind of silence. This one felt a lot. My fingers went cold in his hands. I slowly turned to look at him. Ephraim didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't even look surprised. "Say something," I whispered, my voice barely there. But he just stood there, still. The woman began to walk forward, her steps echoing against the floor. Each step felt louder than the last. "I didn't want to do this here," she said with a shaky voice. "But you left me no choice." People began to murmur. My family, his family. Confused faces everywhere. "I am his wife," she said again, slower this time. "Legally married. Not separated. Not divorced." My ears started ringing. "No." I shook my head, stepping back. "No, that's not possible." I looked at Ephraim again, this time harder. "Tell her she's lying." He said nothing. "Ephraim, tell her." His jaw tightened, and then he finally spoke. I was going to explain. That was it. Not denial, not anger. Just that. He choked and leaned like something was sink from inside. "You were going to explain?" I repeated, my voice breaking. "On our wedding day?" Tears filled my eyes, but I couldn't look away from him. The woman reached the front now. She was close enough for me to see the pain in her face. The betrayal. She pulled out a small envelope and handed it to the priest. "Marriage certificate," she said quietly. The priest opened it, his face changing almost immediately. That was all the confirmation I needed. The room began to spin. "You lied to me," I whispered. Ephraim finally looked at me. "I didn't lie. You didn't tell me the truth," I snapped, my voice rising. "You let me plan a whole wedding knowing you already had a wife?" "I was going to fix it." "How?" I cut in. "By divorcing her after marrying me?" He had no answer. Of course he didn't. I looked at the woman again. She wasn't crying anymore. She just looked tired, like someone who had been fighting for too long. "I loved him," she said softly, more to herself than to me. "I still do. Maybe that's my mistake." Her words hit me deeper than I expected. That very moment, I realized I wasn't just losing a husband. I was losing a future that was never real. I slowly took off the ring. My hands were steady now, stronger than I felt inside. I placed it in Ephraim's palm, and closed his fingers around it. "Keep it," I said quietly. "You'll need it for your next lie." And without looking back, I walked down the aisle alone. The same aisle I was supposed to walk down with love, laughter, and forever. Deception doesn't just break trust. It quietly erases every beautiful memory and replaces it with doubt. I doubt if I'll ever love again. Wedding drama. Hidden truth. Love and lies. Shocking twist. Heartbreak story.